Most people believe that working harder at their job will eventually make them rich. But here's the truth. Your job was never designed to make you wealthy. In this video, we'll break down why that's true and what you can actually do to escape the paycheck trap and start building real wealth. Stick with me, because the mindset shift we're about to discuss could change your financial future forever. Let's get straight to the harsh truth about jobs. Your job gives you security, not freedom. Most people, probably you included, trade their time for money. It's a simple exchange. But here's the problem. Your time is finite. There are only 24 hours in a day, and you can only work so many of them. That means your income will always have a ceiling, a limit you can't break through no matter how hard you work or how many promotions you get. The rich know this. It's the fundamental difference in their thinking. They don't just build careers. They build systems. Systems that make money for them, independent of their time. When I first had this realization, it hit me hard. I realized my salary would never truly outgrow my effort. The harder I worked, the more was expected, but the financial reward was always capped. That's when I stopped chasing the next promotion and started focusing on building assets. I understood that climbing the corporate ladder was just a faster way to hit that income ceiling. The real game was being played elsewhere, and it was time for me to learn the rules. This isn't about being ungrateful for your job. It's about understanding its limitations. Your job is a tool, but it's not the end goal. Now, let's talk about the illusion of stability. So many people stay in jobs they hate, year after year, all for the promise of stability. They cling to that steady paycheck, the benefits, the familiar routine. But in today's world, that stability is an illusion. Think about it. Companies restructure, economies shift, new technologies make entire job roles obsolete. One decision made in a boardroom can erase years of your hard work and loyalty. Just like that, your stable job is gone. Real security doesn't come from comfort or depending on a single employer. It comes from control. It comes from having multiple streams of income, from owning assets that you control, and from having the financial independence to walk away if you need to. Comfort is the enemy of growth. The moment you get too comfortable is the moment you stop progressing. The world is changing faster than ever, and clinging to a false sense of security is one of the riskiest financial moves you can make. Have you ever felt stuck in your job? What's holding you back from starting something new? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I read every single one. So, if a job isn't the answer, what is? It comes down to understanding the wealth equation. Here's what wealthy people understand that most others don't. Job income is for short-term survival. It pays your bills, puts food on the table, and keeps a roof over your head. It's essential, but it's just the starting line. Business income or investment income, on the other hand, is for long-term wealth. This is the money that works for you, growing and compounding over time, creating true financial freedom. Your job should be the fuel for your freedom, not your final destination. Don't look at your paycheck as just money to be spent. Look at it as seed capital. It's the funding for your escape plan. Every dollar you earn from your job is a soldier you can send out to fight for your financial future. You can use it to build a side hustle, to buy an investment property, to invest in stocks that pay dividends. The journey looks like this. You use your job to fund a side hustle. That side hustle grows into a real asset, and that asset generates the income that buys you your freedom. Okay, so this all sounds good in theory, but what can you actually do? What are the practical steps? The solution is to use your job as a launchpad. Don't quit tomorrow. That would be reckless. Instead, be strategic. There are 3 key things you need to start doing right now. First, save aggressively. You need to create a gap between what you earn and what you spend. This gap is your power. It's the capital you'll use to build your future. Cut unnecessary expenses, track your spending, and make saving a non-negotiable priority. Second, build a side hustle. Start something on the side that you can grow in your spare time. It could be anything. Freelancing a skill you already have, starting an e-commerce store, creating content, or offering a local service. The goal is to create a second stream of income that you control. Third, and most importantly, invest in assets that pay you even when you're not working. This is the holy grail. This means buying things that generate cash flow, like dividend-paying stocks, real estate, or a business that can run without you. This is how you truly disconnect your time from your income. I started my first side hustle while I was still working a demanding full-time job. It wasn't easy. There were late nights and early mornings. I had to sacrifice some weekends. But within a year, I was earning more from my side hustle than I was from my salary. The feeling of empowerment was incredible. It's not about quitting your job right away. It's about creating choices, creating options, so that you are in the driver's seat of your own life. You want to create income that works even when you don't. Ultimately, all of this comes down to one crucial change, a mindset shift. For your entire life, you've probably been taught to ask one question: how can I make more money at my job? You think about getting a raise, a promotion, or a bonus. But that question keeps you trapped in the system. The wealthy ask a completely different question. They ask, how can I make money without my job? That one simple shift in perspective changes everything. It forces you to think about systems, leverage, assets, and scale. It moves you from being a worker to being an owner, from being a consumer to being an investor. So, I want you to stop asking how you can earn more per hour. Start asking how you can earn money while you sleep. Stop thinking about your next paycheck. Start thinking about your next investment. This is how you begin to think like the rich. And when you think like the rich, you start to act like an investor, putting your money to work to build a future where you are no longer dependent on a job. Let's wrap this up. Your job can pay the bills. It can provide a foundation, but it will never buy your freedom. True freedom comes from building something of your own, from creating income streams that are not tied to the hours you work. You don't need to build an empire overnight. Stay consistent. Small, daily actions compound into massive results over time. And most importantly, use your current job as the funding for your freedom journey. Now I have a question for you. What is one skill or idea that you have right now that you could potentially turn into a side income? Share it in the comments below. You have no idea who you might inspire. Your idea might be the spark that someone else needs to start their own journey. If you're serious about building financial freedom and you found this video helpful, make sure you subscribe to Cash Compass 360. We post weekly videos just like this to help you master your money and your mindset. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.